Hey, it's Kristen, and let's get building. I'm back doing another base game only speed build in The Sims 4. So this is base game only, meaning you don't need any packs, any DLC, just move objects cheat. And I kind of kept going back and forth on the coloring that I wanted. I definitely see a pink inspired home in my future of building, in my near future of building, because I really wanted to do something that was like pastel and pink, but it didn't really go with the vibe that I was going for in this build. So I do end up changing out those windows, even though I actually really liked them. And I decided about just after I changed the color scheme that I was going to do base game. So ignore the fact that those doors and windows are not base game because I started with other intentions and the host just kind of spoke to me, and I always love doing base game builds. I feel like builders either love or hate doing base game. I actually like it. I've always done base game builds on my channel. It's just kind of like fun for me, especially because, as you guys know, I haven't really built in so long on my channel. So it definitely helps to make sure that it's not overwhelming getting back into building. It keeps the build catalog smaller and less intimidating. So of course I love using all of the clutter from all of the other packs, but yeah, there's just something that's like calming for me to use base game only. If you guys want to see more of these kind of builds, let me know. If you also have a game pack or expansion pack that maybe you guys want me to do a build in, like using only that pack, let me know in the comments. Also, okay, so I have been doing quite a bit of building on my channel, and if you guys have been here for some of my previous speed builds in the last week or two, you probably remember me rambling about wanting to start a new gameplay challenge. I lost the save for my 100 baby challenge and I'm slightly devastated. I'm trying not to just completely lose my mind about it. I am gonna try to still haul it off of my old hard drive, but it looks like it's corrupted. I won't talk too much about this because I ranted about this in the last video. But I think I lost my save file for 100 baby, and I can't even believe it because we only needed like 25 more babies. We were on like baby 76 or 79. It was almost 80. I mean, I did take quite a break because I did take quite a break from my channel for a bit, but do you guys want to see me like start from scratch 100 baby twice a week? Like starting with a new heir? I would kind of, okay, our first heir from 100 baby before was April. I loved her. She was like my all-time favorite sim, and I'm pretty sure I was playing way back when like seasons came out. That challenge is so long, but you guys were really invested in that challenge when I was doing it. So I've also done 7 toddler challenge a few times. I've done a couple different themes of it. I did the pastel one. I really went all out with that. I even had like a customized intro that I created. I miss doing all of that stuff. I know that it seems to be like challenges and speed, like build challenges and stuff are like the most popular thing right now, but I love doing challenges. We used to do like gameplay challenges, and we used to do Not So Berry on my live stream. That was so much fun. I remember we had to get rid of somebody in that family for some reason, and we ended up making a kill room in like the backyard with fireworks. It was so much fun. So I'm thinking about either starting over 100 baby, Not So Berry, and I've also seen another one, very veggie or very berry, something like that. I've seen a couple simmers playing it, and I know that it's a new challenge that just came out. I believe it came out just this year. I only kind of glanced at the rules of it, so I do need to kind of like get into that a little more. But yeah, so let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me start a new gameplay challenge along with my speed builds. I do have, okay, here's the issue that I'm having. I have a new desk. I've been setting up a new office, and dumb me just remembered within the last couple of weeks, I don't have internet in that room. My router is like down like 2.5 levels on the other side of my house. So if I want to put my computer in my new office that I've been working on, it's literally just like a bedroom that I have a desk in. But if I want to, because right now my computer is in my living room. It's like a living room bonus room, like a rec room type of thing. And I have my computer like in the corner, and I always wanted like a dedicated area for my work computer just to kind of like separate it from my house because it gets a little cluttered, especially if I'm doing like some of my unboxing stuff. I have like a little table next to my desk. I have like an unboxing channel, so sometimes that gets a little bit messy, and I kind of just would like to have it all in area. Anyways, yeah, I miss doing these speed builds for my rambling. Yeah. So anyways, I really wanted to move everything up there. I got this desk on Facebook Marketplace. It was like a steal. It was like a fraction of the price I would have paid. And I don't have to drive hours to the closest IKEA. So yeah. Anyways, I have this desk. I cannot put my computer on it because, well, I can, but I won't have internet unless I run an extremely long Ethernet cable. So now I'm trying to figure that out. So I'm like sitting in my living room still with an empty desk upstairs. Also, I have an adult coloring channel. If you guys are into like the, I call it ASMR, but it's just kind of like no talking. So it's just like the sounds of like coloring. I have started that. It's over on a channel called KrystinMyrie. I used to do different like Roblox stuff over there and even like some background lo-fi music, but I'm taking it into a new direction because I have been obsessed all year, probably since like last summer, with adult coloring, and I really want to get better at it instead of just like simple coloring. So right now I am doing it on like a simple thing, but I want to like use the channel to like improve my skill. So if you guys do want to check that out, that's just KrystinMyrie. So it's Kristen, the same as this channel, but Marie with M-A-R-I-E. So yeah, there's that. So I've been very busy doing random stuff. I don't know if I have like, I don't know. I just always am like doing something different, but I always come back to The Sims, as you guys have noticed. I do want to get, I have been posting probably like 2 times a week. So that's why I do really want to get on a gameplay challenge so that I can get more consistent. Because I do feel like when I have a running challenge or like a running series, especially if it's like a certain day, like 100 Baby was Wednesdays and Sundays. And it just always had me dedicated to making sure I had those 2 up. And then I was able to do, fit in like speed builds and other fun stuff. So I do have one of my simmer friends here, Rosa. I think we are going to do some more challenges. We just got to figure out if we're doing face cam. Because I have like a really crappy webcam. So I might see if I can get that to work. But yeah, so this home was so much fun to do once I finally got the hang of it, because as you guys remember at the very beginning, I had those pink windows. And then I was like, you know what? I have been really into using, they're just those base game windows that I used in this home. I'm obsessed with them, and the kitchen cupboards. So I thought, okay, wait, let's do another base game, because one of the good things about doing the base game builds, console, so like console players have 0 access, as you guys know, to mods. So this way I feel like it gives more options when it's base game, especially if you don't have a lot of the packs, because there's like a billion packs right now. So of course, if you download this, put it into your game, you can just like clutter it all up with any of the items from like some of the other packs. But I do sometimes like to keep the homes a little more minimal, just so that when you move in your Sims, it's not like completely full and you have room to like make it your own. And the upstairs, oh my gosh. So you guys just seen me messing around with the roofing. I could not figure out, I'm gonna give it a tip in case you run into it, even though you probably already know. I'm like refreshing my memory with building in The Sims. I was trying to wallpaper the upstairs walls and the exterior siding kept showing on the outside wall, and I could not figure out how to get rid of that siding. But if your roof, like if you're adding a roof on your like bedroom level to connect with like the upper roof, if that roof is literally like a 0.5 millimeter over the height of your walls, it'll make it so that exterior siding goes on the interior. So just a quick little tip if you run into that, but I didn't know. I refreshed. I feel like I must have known that at some point, but I don't remember. And those rugs, oh my gosh, for base game. There's a lot of stuff that I repeat with like the base game stuff just because to me, there was a lot of base game updates, like with the new windows, a lot more color selection with like some of the sofas and some of the event items that we have now. So like the picture that is over the teenager's bedroom, so you can fit 2 Sims in there. And of course, if you wanted to switch it out and put in a bunk bed, that's kind of what I started with. But I made the hallway, as you guys seen earlier, I made the hallway a little bit narrower so that I could get a bigger bedroom. Because nobody really hangs out in the hallway. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, this one I kind of struggled a little bit trying to figure out the layout that I wanted. I do end up going in, taking out the bump outs that are in the top back side of the home, just because they look so adorable on the front of the home, but they're not really needed on the back. So yeah, right here, I do end up removing them just because they were a little bit hard to decorate and the curtains are peeking through the floor. So I turned the bed around because I do want the curtains at the height they're at downstairs because I do have a shorter height for the walls down there. So yeah, we hit it. I just kind of like used the bed and a side table. I only put in 1 side table so that you still could like get in through the door. And on the other side of this room, I struggled, I won't lie. I could not figure out if I wanted like a TV. Oh yeah, and the baby, I can't remember. It's like a Star Wars. I can't remember. Oh my gosh. What is that thing called from Star Wars? I seen that and I needed it. I am going to need to put this picture somewhere because I always used to love that flying pig picture. But yeah, I did definitely struggle with that wall. So I ended up going back outside, adding more window boxes. In the backyard, I do want to play around with adding an above ground pool just because they do look a little more realistic. I did try to add it, but then I was like, wait, what if I add that in and my Sims cannot get into it? Because once I added the ladder went like on the inside of the pool, but I do need to play test a little bit in above ground pool, just making sure that your Sims can get in. Because I have seen, it was either on TikTok or Pinterest, that I did see somebody building with like an above ground pool. So I'm not sure if it was functional or not. So I do want to mess around with that a little bit. Oh my gosh. In these planters, just adding in some shrubbery, they're like perfect for on cement, like where the pool is. I did of course need to add in a lounge chair, barbecue, and just some of this terrain stuff. I do come back in and add in like on the front corners of this. I just feel like it adds that final touch, adding in like a little more shrubbery and the fence just to close in the lot. And this, I'm pretty sure this is a 20 by 15 lot. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. This home is not that big. This is like the perfect size for me. This is like the perfect home size that I love building. Oh yeah, and then I put the little table out there. So if you guys do want to see me do more builds, let me know if you want to see me do for single sim, family home. If you want to see me start a new gameplay challenge, make sure of course to let me know in the comments below. Make sure you are subscribed, have notifications on, and I'll see you here in my next video.